This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 183. My name's Adam Patterson. With me today, got Kevin Rakestraw here. How you doing, Kevin?
Been pretty good.
Also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. That's good to hear. What movie do we have you watch this week?
Hotel Transylvania.
Hotel Transylvania. Picked this in honor of Hotel Transylvania 2 coming out this week. This is directed by Genndy Tartakovsky. I have a synopsis here. Dracula, who operates a high-end resort away from the human world, goes into overprotective mode when a boy discovers the resort and falls for the Count's teenage daughter. Technically, she's not teenaged at all. She's like 118 years old, but we'll get to that in a bit. This stars the voices of Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg, Selena Gomez, Kevin James, Fran Drescher, Steve Buscemi, Molly Shannon, David Spade, CeeLo Green, John Lovitz. Oh, holy crap. Chris Parnell.
Adam Sandler's wife.
Who's his?
Oh, yeah?
Jackie Sandler.
Yeah, she's the voice of the wife.
Jackie Sandler.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Interesting.
Well, I assume it's his wife. Oh, no.
I cannot verify that. Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about Hotel Transylvania?
Well, Dracula has a daughter because his human wife gets killed by other humans who are afraid of monsters. And you find that out later in the movie, but it's easier to start off with that. And
Breaking it down.
so he raises his daughter, and he builds this monster hotel in order to, I guess, keep her kind of in check. And he builds a hotel and raises her. And on her 118th birthday, she decides to go out and see the world for herself. Well, her dad uses zombie bellhops and makes throughout town that basically makes humans look bad to her so that she won't like them and she'll go back to the hotel and just stay there. And she goes out and meets a human boy, and she is unaware of why that humans killed her mom. So she'll understand why no one likes humans. And as soon as Adam Sandler figures out that he's human, he tells him to leave and pretty much banish him from the castle. And at one point, the Dracula breaks down and tells the human that other humans killed his wife, and that's why he's so upset. And the human decides to leave, and when he leaves, Dracula goes after him and kind of mind controls the pilot of the plane that he's on, and eventually convinces him to come back. And he comes back because all the other monsters, they love having him around, but none of them know that he's human. So he goes back, and at an earlier point in the story, Dracula's daughter and this human fall in love. And when he comes back from the airport, they realize that they're in love, and they'll live happily ever after.
All right, there it is.
What a touching story.
So what'd you think of this thing?
Oh, it was kind of, well, one of the big points that I forgot to mention is the Dracula's daughter at one point has sex with this human. And that's kind of like a key part of the entire movie.
I think so.
What?
It brings all kinds of emotions from different people.
I don't recall this. When does he have sex with her?
They don't show them having sex. But in my notes even it says they have sex.
His notes say it, Adam.
This is like
So it
a
happened.
PG-rated kids movie. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't. You're supposed to,
Oh, wait.
I guess, just come upon that conclusion.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the... Well, I mean, this is Wikipedia again, so... But even in there, it says that they have sex and lose their virginity to each other.
I don't remember that. I must have fallen asleep by that point. I saw part of this movie, but I didn't see the whole thing. So
That kind of blows my mind because that instantly makes the film way more grown up.
well, that's kind of the funny thing is when I saw this, I thought it was the exact opposite. I was like, oh, the jokes are so juvenile and the animation is really cartoony, and it just seems like everything is geared towards the young kids. The jokes are just, it's nothing but silly monster puns and
Oh, you gotta have them monster puns.
well, because the whole premise.
It is bro, geared towards young people.
What was the best monster pun?
I don't remember any of them. It's been too long.
Ryan? Any good monster puns you can hit me with?
There were no good ones in there.
Oh,
There's probably at least one where one of the monsters' heads came off and they go, oh, "Don't lose your head." I bet that happened at some point probably. The
Frankenstein was also in this, and when Dracula found out the kid was human, he went around and told everyone that he was a descendant of Frankenstein's arm.
Oh, man.
it's ridiculous. Kevin James is the voice of Frankenstein in this.
Yeah, this whole movie was it was almost like a happy medicine in there.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely had that vibe to it. Of course, you have other classic characters like the Mummy and the Wolfman, and there's zombies and witches and everybody else. I think my favorite character was probably the Wolfman, voiced by Steve Buscemi, Wayne.
Oh, I can't.
It's funny because he's wearing like a suit and a fedora, and he reminds you of a traveling salesman that's just life is just beating down on him, and he has like 8 kids. I mentioned this in my Film Pulse Plays video when I play the video game. He has like 8 kids, and his wife is accompanying him. he's a funny character.
Is he miserable?
Yeah, he's just miserable.
Miserable Wolfman.
And when you see pictures of him, if you look at the poster stills, he just looks.
I'm looking up. I'm typing in Wayne Wolfman.
He just looks sad. He's just beat down. And that's the other thing. I think you mentioned this, Ryan. The hotel kind of acts as a resort of sorts for ghouls and creatures of the night and that type of thing. So basically, in this world, they all live in fear of the humans. They're scared of us, and this is a safe place for them to go and kind of relax. And it's like a spa.
An interesting premise.
Also, the animation was pretty good most of the time, or some of the time, and other times it was absolutely terrible.
I just wasn't a fan. I'm not saying the animation wasn't good, but I just wasn't a fan of the style of animation.
It's not your
I don't understand how it can look so good and then 5 minutes later it looks so bad. Then 5 minutes after that it looks good again.
I don't know.
No consistency in that animation.
Yeah.
It sort of looked like
Reboot?
Ice Age animation.
Well, yeah, it's is it the same studio? Did Sony do Ice Age? Sony Animation? Or was it DreamWorks? I think Ice Age is DreamWorks. I'm looking at the Sony Pictures animation list here and don't see it. They did Smurfs, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Arthur Christmas, Pirates Band of Misfits. All right, well, speaking of the animation, let's talk about the director. So, Genndy Tartakovsky, the reason that I even was remotely interested in this is because he did a lot of really great animated TV shows. He did Samurai Jack, which was a fantastic show on Cartoon Network. He did Dexter's Laboratory. He did Powerpuff Girls. And these are all like really, really good. I was never that into Powerpuff Girls, but that just... The animation was good, but it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
He did The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which was actually a pretty decent show as well. So he did a lot of these... Go ahead, Kevin.
I said, yeah, he's done a lot. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah, he did the Clone Wars TV show, the Star Wars one. So, yeah, he did a lot of really good animation, mostly for Cartoon Network. So, I was kind of interested to see what he does with a big movie, and it just didn't feel the same as his shows. His TV shows had each one had a very specific style, and this one just felt average. It's just whatever.
Well, and I'm sure that can be attributed to, and again, grabbing this from Wikipedia, because what the hell, why not? It says that he took over as the 6th director. So they had 5 people attached to this sucker the whole way back to 2006.
And that could be why the animation looks kind of dated.
They just said, fuck it, we're keeping it. We worked hard on that. We already got like 30% done. We'll just blend it in with the rest of the stuff. Maybe that's why it's, 5 minutes, it looks good, and then 5 minutes later, it looks terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how far along they were in production when they switched the directors. But, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of an interesting little factoid.
Yeah, and it also says that within a year after he took over, he rewrote the script with the help of Sandler's camp.
Well, I know that Robert Smigel is credited as one of the writers.
So there you go.
And Robert Smigel's a pretty funny guy, but I don't know. This one didn't do it for me. The jokes they didn't land.
He's a funny guy, but not in this world.
Yeah.
Not in the world of monsters checking in at a hotel resort to get away from the humans.
Well, when you have 5 writers on a movie and apparently 6 directors.
You went through more directors than writers.
Yeah, that usually never happens.
Wow.
This guy...
I'm really curious to see what a child thinks of this movie.
Probably love it. I have a feeling that if I saw this and I was, 8, 9, 10 years old, I'd probably love it.
Yeah.
But seeing it as an adult, there's just nothing there for me to really like about it. In this day and age, animated films there's kind of a bar that was set, with the Pixar stuff, and regular old kid movies just don't really cut it anymore. There has to be something there that adults can enjoy.
Yeah.
So this got
vampire had sex. So.
Well, there's that. There is that. A vampire had sex with Andy Samberg.
Oh God.
This got a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it is considered rotten.
Aww.
Why don't we go ahead and get your opinion here, Ryan? Let's give you a drum roll. What do you give Hotel Transylvania?
4.
That's a 4 out of 10. Not too bad. That's
all right.
Sticking within the 44% range of Rotten Tomatoes.
It was kind of... It was like I said, the animation wasn't that bad all the time, and it wasn't absolutely terrible. I was just very bored with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe a kid will like it, but as an adult, I do not like it.
Now, can you compare this to any other recent animated films that you've seen?
What one? I don't even remember any. Except that one that I had to watch for you. Fucking what was Charlie Sheen?
Oh, Food Fight. How does this compare to Food
Yeah.
Fight?
This is way better.
Way better than Food Fight. I would imagine. So. Now, what do you think of Hotel Transylvania 2? Do you have any desire to...
Excited to get back out there?
No.
Dig back in with these characters? See where they're at? What they're up to?
No.
I'll go ahead and read the synopsis for the sequel here. Dracula and his friends try to bring out the monster and his half-human, half-vampire grandson in order to keep Mavis from leaving the hotel.
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait a second.
I don't know.
Grandson?
Sure, Andy Samberg and then
That's so they.
vampire did bang.
Oh, yeah.
So he got her pregnant in the first one. Damn.
What a horror vampire.
What? Why is that?
Makes her a whore.
She's her mother.
I don't think you understand the word whore.
It sounded funny in my head.
to just call out an animated vampire.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It looks like everybody's back for the sequel, and it looks like they added some...
I'm sure they added like 40 different people.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these people were in the other one, but David Spade's in there, Keegan-Michael Key, Molly Shannon, Megan Mullally, Nick Offerman, Dana Carvey, Rob Riggle, Mel Brooks.
Jeez.
I know, just holy crap. This is quite a cast.
David Spade's in the one he named in the first one.
Oh, he was. He plays Griffin. Is Griffin the mummy?
He's the invisible.
Oh, the Invisible Man. I'm sure it's going to do very well. It's got the same director, too, so same writers, Robert Smigel. This one looks like the only writers credited are Adam Sandler and Robert Smigel, so maybe this one will be a little bit tighter. Or it could be a lot worse since Adam Sandler is a writer on it. I don't know.
I'm going to go with the a lot worse.
Yeah, could be a lot worse.
Just a feeling.
I don't know. I haven't seen any trailers for this or anything, so I don't know. The plot, just from reading the synopsis, seems not great to me. And I don't know if they're doing press screenings for this. I don't know if they're doing early screenings.
What, for Hotel Transylvania 2?
Yeah, because I haven't seen any come through, and there's no critics.
Well, maybe you just weren't invited.
Well,
think of that?
That's entirely possible.
Do I sense bitterness in your voice?
Oh yeah, because I really wanted to go see Hotel Transylvania 2, and I'm sure that they knew that I wanted to see it. Oh well. All right. Any final thoughts on the Hotel Transylvania movies, Ryan?
I was just kind of bored.
So it's kind of like a manila folder of a movie. It's just meh. There's just nothing going on.
No.
Doesn't have much bite to it.
Which sucks because
vampires.
Yep, I did it.
I don't know if there's any good anime films that I've seen
Ever?
anytime recently.
Recently?
I'm trying to remember the last good one that I saw, and I can't.
Inside Out, probably for you.
Which wasn't even. I mean, it was okay, but I didn't love it, and I definitely checked out at some point. Because it's just when you see it, it's the same thing over and over again. But
I watched Toy Story on Sunday.
That's a good one.
And I love that, man.
Did you check out at any point in time? Or were you fucking in?
Toy Story is one that it grabs you. It keeps your attention the whole time.
Plus, I watch it with the kids.
That always helps. Your kids?
They're
just like random kids.
I don't have any children.
I like how you're just like, I watched it with the kids. And it's like, when did that happen?
I watched it with the kids.
When? And where did you get these kids?
Is there something you need to tell us, Ryan? Do we need to take this off the air?
I may or may not have a baby.
Oh, shit.
Or 12.
Surprise babies. Ryan's got secret kids.
Oh, boy. All right. I think that'll do it for this week. You can send us your questions to podcast@filmpulse.net. Follow us on Twitter, @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegsDon'tWork. And take a minute to look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/FilmPulse, and consider helping us keep Film Pulse running. For Ryan Holes and Kevin Rakestraw, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you on Monday.
See you later.
What?
I have no idea what that was.
It's lit.